The grey man does whatever a grey man can. Can he make a comic feed? Yes, he can. He just did. Watch now. A video from Grey Man. A video from Grey Man.
Gather round, Grey Maniacs, gather round. Or should I say, Grey Maniacs gather. Because it's going through comic book time. I'm going through box M still going through box M. It's good stuff. It's cool beans. Let's have a look see. Steel. Here we go. During the reign of the Superman, during the reign of the Supermen, after Superman had died, Steel was one of those mighty few that stepped up to fill the gap in Metropolis that was left by the passing of the Man of Steel, the real Man of Steel. Well, you know, the first one to be called Man of Steel. But this guy, his costume is made of steel, his armour is made of steel that he made for himself because he's an inventor. And his hammer. Now, for some reason, I think it's retconned, or we'll explain later. He basically he had been an inventor. He's a very clever guy. Well, I think working in munitions, possibly a bit Iron Man-esque, but he wasn't happy with how his stuff had been taken, and I think he was kind of on the run from the people he had been working for, something like that. But for some reason, he's working as a construction worker in Metropolis. Not in his original field of like weapons technology and stuff. And at one point he fell off. No, at one point someone else fell off scaffolding, like a high-rise scaffolding for like a girder work, whatever. And John Henry Irons, named after I think it's a legendary guy. I don't think there was a real guy who basically, I think he's like an Americana kind of legend. I don't think it actually was real. They made a right. This is where John Henry comes from. The name John Henry. I don't think the Irons part is, but John Henry was like a legendary guy who outpaced a spike digging machine. During the time of the railroads, when the railroads are spreading out, the legend is they brought out some new machine that would drive a spike quicker than a man, and like this big bull of a man was like, no, ain't gonna beat me, and like he kind of like out drove the spikes with his hammer, I guess, hence Steel's got a hammer, into the ground quicker than a machine did, or something like that. I don't really know the story. I only know from what I read in Steel as being the story kind of thing. Here's Hardware from the Milestone universe. Heavy metal. Anyway, I don't know where I was going with that story. Yeah. Anyway, John Henry Irons, which is Steel's real name, saw a guy falling from the girder. He grabbed hold of like a chain or so, and he wrapped it. He acted quickly to save this guy's life, swinging on this chain to grab him in midair and throw him back onto the building, sort of thing. But in the process of doing that, he wasn't able to also get himself to safety, and he started to fall to his doom. But luckily, he's in Metropolis, and what happens when people are falling to their doom in Metropolis? More often than not, that's right, good old Superman saved him. So that's why he dedicated himself to helping out once Superman seemed to be dead. Here you go, here's Zero. Here's the beginning of tomorrow, the Zero Steel. Number 9. I'm not sure how active he is now. He seems like his niece, is it? I think it was his niece. She ends up, I think later in this run, like getting her own armor or something. And I think she's being used a bit now in the comic books, possibly more than Steel is. Could be wrong on that, but yeah, I'd say I've not really been buying comics since 2013. But yeah, you think like John Henry Irons Steel, he was quite popular for a while. It was good character. He is with Maxima. surprised he's not like in the JLA or something like that. I think he has been in the JLA in the past, but hopefully he's not been consigned to the junk heap of old characters, because he was decent, good chap. I suppose in a way you could say he's a bit Iron Man-esque, maybe, I don't know. Oh yeah, his weapons though, he was kind of like, he fired rivets, didn't he? I think his thing fired rivets, and also he had his hammer. So he's kind of like super technical, super sort of technological, advanced, but like kind of like going with the theme. He's got the hammer. He fired the rivets that, that sort of matches the theme. Right, now this, I believe, is DC's White Rabbit. Not to be confused with Marvel's White Rabbit, of course. She was I think she might have been his girlfriend at one point, but she was like ruthless and she didn't care about the fact that weapons were being used. And in fact, I think she actually stole his technology, which might have been one of the reasons that he got out of that business. He wanted to get away. She stole the technology from, I think they were called... I think these guys are called toasters or something. He made some guns. I'm sure it was called something like toasters or oven blasters or something like that. I can't remember now. And this White Rabbit stole the plans for it. And she basically came after him. Yeah, I can't bother to look for it to find out the name of what that weapon was called that he built. I think it might have had the street name of Toaster or something like that. She kind of put it into the underground, like the gang. She put it in the hands of the gangs, this White Rabbit woman. Which of course is not what our man Steel wants. Our man Steel is not happy with that at all, because that's not how he rolls. Giving powerful weapons to street gangs, not good. It's a cool logo as well, Steel. See the rivets in the steel. Underworld. There you go. Supergirl there. Oh, and the Eradicator. Eradicator there he was one of the other guys who stepped up when the reign of the Supermen, when Superman had been killed. He was a cyborg Superman who turned out to be a bad guy. Superboy, who turned out to be a clone of Superman and Lex Luthor. And the Eradicator, of course. The Eradicator is a bit of a strange one. It was like the Eradicator was like a device. Here's Natasha. That's his niece, I believe. Yeah, the Eradicator was like a Kryptonian device that was supposed to sort of help Superman in some way. It did some kind of weird genetic thing to him when he first encountered it way back, and then after he was killed, it somehow formed into a humanoid form to try and bring him back to life. It had something to do with his resurrection. Yeah. Don't ask me to remember it though. Right. It's a horrible looking thing with claws. Blockbusted. Because that guy's called Blockbuster. I think it might be a different Blockbuster. It's the same kind of look, but he's got like a different look to the original Blockbuster. Unless the original Blockbuster had some male pattern baldness later on in life. So that is Grave Secrets. She looks rather buff. Forging the future. From out of the abyss. There's Lovecraftian monstrosities in the sewers by the looks of it. Don't you just hate it when that happens? It's got a fairly decent run. 60 issues maybe, I'm not sure. We're on 36 now. Interesting cover. Still Prey. Armed and ready. And Lockdown. Okay, Critical Conditions. Blast from the Past. Steel. Genesis is the storyline. Steel. And we've got the blue Electro Superman. You are entering Metropolis fast. Got a nice big face cover. You shouldn't think that his face would be able to show emotion like that, because he's not got steel skin. He's got a costume on, a steel costume on, so you wouldn't think you'd be able to see. Oh look, it's like greetings from Paris. Love, Natasha and Superboy. That Superboy is making a play at his niece. Merry Christmas. And Crash Positions. Okay, oh no, we're getting towards the end now, so I guess we're going to get back to 55 or something like that before we finish this run. This is the last patch. The last package of comics from the Steel run, but not the last ones I'm going to show you in this video, because I've there's a few more that I'll show you. Oh, this one's going to take port at some point. Oh dear. Hitting the target. There's probably not a single comic in this whole Steel run that's worth more than 50p. What we need is a character like King Shark, because I think that's gone up a fair bit now. That King Shark's had a bit of a boost. Alright, looks like it's 52 in this run. The Hammer Falls. But we do have some annuals. We've got an Elseworlds annual, number 1. Looks like he's in revolutionary times. Like American Revolution, I think I see American Revolutionary Fighters, maybe. And then the last one I have from the Steel one is the second annual Year 1, Steel Year 1. So it's obviously an early prototype armour. Alright, that's my Steel run. I was going to show you, I think it's 13 books of this DC run that happened in the 80s, I believe. Yeah, 88. It's a character called Haywire. No one gets out alive. Well, I've read it once or twice. It's interesting. I can't remember. It's nothing amazing, but slightly adultish. New format. Oh, this is the best one. Woohoo! But yeah, it's sexy, but it's not great art. So it's a sexy woman grabbing him round the neck with her thighs, whilst wearing a bondage outfit, whilst wielding a whip, a lash. So loving the lash. So it's like, okay, that's different. Liberty and death. Oh, ignore that. That's not on the comic book. That's just on the cover. I should have. Right. There he is in his tidy whities. With armour. That's right. I think I seem to recall that he didn't know who he was, superpower wise. So he didn't realise he had superpowers. Something strange like that. I can't remember now. Maybe the armour was drawn to him. This is the wrong way round. I've got these the wrong way round. For some reason I got 7 and 8 in the boxes the wrong, in the comic the wrong way. White Lotus, this character's called. And then we see White Lotus facing off against the bondage babe. Haywire coming through. Number 11. Number 12. See, it's kind of like blocky art. You've got like an idea what you can see what's going on fine, but it's not like, it doesn't seem like it's very detailed. It's just like little blobs of colour kind of thing. It works in its way, but it's not super intricate. Interesting enough. Right, and it was a 13 part. This is part 13. It just says the end. You can just make it say it says the end, but you've got his face under it. There you go. That was Haywire. That won't be worth any money anytime soon. Unless they make a movie. Come on, guys. Haywire's an awesome character. Quickly make a movie of him. Let's increase the value of my comic collection exponentially. Right, that's enough for that video. Thank you very much for watching. I am tired. If anyone would like to super chat the crap out of this video so I never have to work again, that would be amazing. Ugh. But if not, or even if so, until next time, have a great amazing day, and may all your news be good news. Have a great amazing day. I'll have a great amazing day. Have a great amazing day. I hope you have a great amazing day.